Hey lovelies, I know how busy mornings can be, so today I'm sharing a really awesome make-ahead breakfast idea that is as nutritious as it is delicious, which of course I love. I've got 3 chia pudding ideas for you. If you've never had chia pudding, you are in for a treat. It is actually so easy to make, and of course it features one of the superest of superfoods, chia seeds. Today I'm going to be starting with a Pina Colada inspired chia pudding. This tasty treat is sure to transport your taste buds to the tropics in a single bite. Now I'm starting with some chia seeds in my bowl. I'm using black chia seeds. You can also find white. Both will work just as well in this recipe. To that, I'm going to add a little bit of sweetness. Now in this case, I'm using a little coconut sugar. Honey, agave, maple syrup will all work as sweeteners, or you could skip the sweeteners altogether. That is totally up to you. Next, for the piña, I've got some really finely diced pineapple going into my bowl. The riper your pineapple, the more tasty it is going to be, so just keep that in mind. I'm also going to add some shredded coconut to this, which I'll also save a little bit just to sprinkle on top. And then for my milk in this recipe, I'm actually using some vanilla flavored almond milk, but you of course always have the option to use the milk of your choice: dairy, soy, hemp milk, oat milk, whatever floats your boat. And your chia seeds. To make this even more wonderfully coconutty, I am going to add a splash of coconut milk as well. We'll give this all a good stir, and then we're going to get it into the refrigerator and let it set up for at least 2 to 3 hours, but I always think overnight is ideal. The idea is that the chia seeds are going to absorb all of that liquid, and basically they become plump and delicious and get sort of a pudding-like texture, hence the name chia pudding. If you wanted to take this recipe even further over the top, I would recommend adding a little mashed banana to this, maybe some mango, and you'll amp up that tropical flavor even more. This chia pudding is so easy to put together, you'll really feel like you're cheating. Cheating. They can't all be winners, am I right? Next up, we are making a chocolate raspberry chia pudding, which I know you know can't be bad. I'm gonna get started by just mashing up my raspberries in a bowl. By mashing them up, you're gonna help them get better incorporated, and then that sweet and sour raspberry deliciousness will permeate every single bite of chia pudding. Once your raspberries are all mashed up, you can go ahead and add your chia seeds, and we are also going to add some cocoa powder for lots of chocolatey goodness, a little maple syrup for sweetness, and then some vanilla flavored almond milk. Again, any milk will do here. I'm going to give this a really good mix to make sure that that cocoa powder is well incorporated. And once again, we'll get it into the refrigerator and let it set up. This stuff is incredible. It's a bit tart, very sweet, super chocolatey. That is a great way to start your day. And the best part is you can feel really good about it. Finally today, because there is nothing really like having dessert for breakfast, we are making a key lime inspired chia pudding, which contains all the awesomeness of a traditional key lime pie, but in healthy breakfast form. What is not to like about that? Once again, of course, I am starting with my chia seeds. I'll get those right into my bowl. Then instead of using cream cheese, which is traditional in a key lime pie, we're going to be using some vanilla flavored yogurt. The yogurt is going to add a really nice tanginess to this and amp up the protein factor even more. Once I've got that in my bowl, it is time to add some lime. So I am using the zest and juice of 1 lime. Of course, the really limey, citrusy flavor comes from the zest, and then the acidity and tartness comes from the juice, so you always want to use both. Then I'm going to add a little splash of maple syrup for sweetness. If you were using sweetened yogurt, you may want to skip this, but I'm just gonna add a splash of maple syrup to make it really taste like dessert. And finally, I've got my vanilla flavored almond milk heading into my bowl. We'll just give this all a really good mix, and then we can transfer it to the refrigerator for at least 2 hours, but overnight, of course, is ideal, as I mentioned. And then we will have a really healthy but super delicious treat. I'm going to finish it off with some crumbled graham crackers and a little slice of lime for good measure. How pretty is that? Almost too pretty to eat. Almost. Guys, I hope you will give all 3 of these delicious breakfast ideas a try. They are the perfect make-ahead breakfast, and I think you will absolutely love the flavors. If you do, be sure to tweet me, Instagram me, or Snapchat me a photo, because as always, I love seeing your kitchen creations. Keep in mind, the full recipes, as always, with the measurements are in the description box below, so you can find them there. And finally, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, because there is lots more deliciousness where this came from. Chia. Chia pudding. Do people know what chia heads are? Chia pets. When I was growing up, they were chia pets. Now they're chia heads, and they grow like hair.
Yeah, it's like Bob Ross.
That's a gift for the 30+ crowd. Am I right? Chia. Anyone remember that commercial? Say so in the comment section below. Don't leave me hanging here, everyone.